Hello and welcome to part 41 of City Till I Die, and in today's episode I bring you my transfer special. But before we do any transfers, let's just do a run through of our season review. So we did unfortunately miss out by the European qualification spots by I think 3 points but it wasn't a bad season. So let's just run through our signings this year. Estevez, I haven't really seen the best of him yet, but still fairly new. Momeli, absolute quality. He'll be first choice next year. Here we are, signing on a permanent. Callum Doyle got a signing of the season. Salazar, great young player. Rogers, we won't be loaning again next year. Doyle was a good player. Sessegnon, he was pretty horrific. Jordan Ross is still young. Zelikovsky will be absolutely great this season. So the board did want us to fight bravely against relegation, but I think safe to say we exceeded those to finish 9th. 3 points off 7th. Did Brighton not? I thought Brighton did Brighton not qualify? Oh no, West Ham are in the FA Cup final, that's why. Then FA Cup we got knocked out in the quarter final by Chelsea, which I think is a fantastic achievement. Then Carabao Cup, don't really care about that. So our biggest win this year was 3-0, which was against Bristol City. Our match to remember was a 3-2 win against Newcastle. Then goal of the season went to Jordan Ross against MK Dons in the Carabao Cup. Our financial side has improved a hell of a lot. So we brought in 7 million in sponsorship money, 90 million in broadcast revenue, 1.16 million in corporate and hospitality, 23 million in competition prize money compared to last year's none, and 723,000 in match day and commercial retail. Our most common shirt sales are Arazo, Sessegnon, Ross, Longstaff and Doyle. Our best 11 this year was Dahlberg, CK, Rizzo, Perez, Fernandez, Grimes, Enriquez and Doyle, Milan, Sessegnon and Arazo. First player of the season was Dahlberg, young player of the season was CK, signing of the season was Callum Doyle, goal of the season went to Ross. Top goal scorer was Razor with only 13 goals. With more than that. Then our oldest goal scorer was Matt Grimes, 31 years old. So let's see what the board wants us to do next year. They want us to play defensively solid football, play counter-attacking football, make the most of set pieces. We are good with set pieces. Work within the wage budget, spend the original transfer budget. Minimum 3-year contracts for first team players, that's fine. Okay, let's have a debrief of the season with the lads. Don't really know what to say because I don't want to say we're gonna avoid relegation. You'll go with going into the next season. I think we're in a good position to avoid relegation. Well, that went well. That's all I wanted to hear. I'll discuss promises when you get back. That went brilliantly. Where shall we go for our training camp? Let's go to the... We'll go Scotland. Oh, Caruso claims players young player. That's very good. Probably won't be renewing his loan deal unless Newcastle will let us. No, they're going to give him a chance in the first team. So I think I will come back on the 2nd of June when the transfer window has opened. So it's the start of the transfer window, 9th of June, and I have signed, I think, 2 or 3 players who I think have the potential to be really good. So Exeter have been linked with Andrew Moran. Heard of him? He looks good. We'll scout him. Alex Mighton. No, I don't think so. Joe. No. 4 new players arrived. We have signed Kelvin, who is a right back, Brazilian. Johan Babuscu is a attacking midfielder. Very good player from a Austrian side. Luis Carlos, who is a Brazilian striker and he's a wonder kid as well. That's pretty good. Signed from ATP for 14 million. And this guy is just a youngster. So we're just working him in. Exeter set record for high spending, 74 million at the moment. Wow. Ooh, that's good. He's 25. Who's he want to buy? I might try and sign him, I might not. So in terms of transfers, I'm not sure what other positions I need to look out for. Possibly another centre back, because Caruso will be going back to Newcastle. If right backs are all sorted for, unless CK someone comes in for him. And Estevez is also leaving us. He'll be joining us. He'll be joining, I think it's Braga. Yeah. Then left backs, we've got Salazar and Fernandez, wherever he is. Why isn't Fernandez on the list? Oh, there he is. Fernandez and Salazar. Sessegnon, we might move on. No, I don't. He might stay around, but he'll be a left winger this year. Then centre mids, we've got Doyle, Grimes, Longstaff, Enriquez, and Zelikovsky. I might move on Longstaff. What's his decent Sky bet? We'll offer him out to clubs, see if anyone comes in for him. And attacking midfielders, we've got Babuscu. And I'll probably look to sign another attacking midfielder. Then right wingers, we've got Milan and Alzate. And left wingers, we've got Sessegnon. And we'll need to sign another left winger. Then our 2 strikers this year are Carlos and Ross. Matthias Eraser is joining AS Monaco for, don't say how much, I think it was like 12 million. So a centre back, a cam, left winger, then I think that's it. So yeah, I'm feeling very confident about this season. So I will come back on the 2nd of July when the loan players have gone back to their parent clubs, and we may have sold a few players, I'm not really sure. So it's currently the 2nd of July, all the players that have been released have gone, and all the loan players have gone back to their parent clubs, and I think I'm still waiting for one more transfer. He's a Russian centre back. That's quite good. 6'5" as well. So, but I think, apart from that transfer, I think my transfer business is done. So we'll start off with last season. So we started off with Kelvin, who's a Brazilian right back. Came from Brentford for 20.5 million. Then we signed Nurhan Babuscu. He's a attack midfielder who came from FC Zbiraka Modeling, starting for 13.75 million. Then we signed Luis Carlos, who's a Brazilian striker, and it's also a wonder kid. Ooh! Signed him from ATP for 14 million. Burak Ince is a attacking midfielder, and we signed him from Borussia Dortmund for 15 million. Then Vinicius Rodriguez is a Brazilian centre-back. We signed him from the Corinthians for 15 million. Then we signed Enrique Islas, who was also wanted at the time we signed him, Man United and Zebre, or Juventus. Then we signed him from Lanus for 88.5 million. Then Igor, I just call him Igor. We signed him from Red Star for 6.25 million. I thought he was a wonder kid, maybe not. He will be a wonder kid soon. Then we did confirm the signing of Mohsen Mimeni, who we did sign him on a free after his contract expired. He is also a wonder kid, and I mean, look at his value. He'll be first choice this year, no doubt about it. So I think I will come back just before our first game of the season. I doubt much would have changed, but you never know. So I will see you just before the first game of the season. So since the 2nd of July, we've actually only done 2 transfers, which we will show you right now. So our first transfer was Amir Khan, but yeah, well, I'm just gonna set a nickname for him. Just gonna call him Amir Khan for short. Then we also signed Harvey Elliott, who we got in for 23 million from some team called Liverpool. I'm not sure who they are. Then our outs for this year, Eraser joined Monaco for 10.75 million. Estevez left for Braga for 9.5 million. Matty Longstaff went to Dusseldorf for 400k. And Hugo CK went to Norwich for 23 million. So that's a big profit on him. How much did we sign him for? Oh, 3. That is a big profit. So Before I end this transfer special, let's take a look at the season preview. So it's still predicted us to finish 19th, which I think is absolute poppycock, considering the players we've signed. We've signed like 2 or 3 wonder kids. So our key players for this year are Luis Carlos, which I think he'll be absolutely amazing this year, and Anahan Babuscu. That's very good. And we are not playing a 4-3 this year, we're playing 4-2-3-1, as don't really have any defensive mids. So I will see you in the next episode where we play Brentford and Aston Villa. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.